Let's see if I can stay awake this time. Right. Says we're live. So, welcome guys. Welcome to Glen. This is my cryptocurrency YouTube channel. My name's Glenn and I'm trying to vlog as I go along my cryptocurrency journey. If you watched my video yesterday, which probably a lot of you that are going to watch this did. Oh, I've just forgot. I haven't put my group chat in. I actually removed the video in the end because I was literally falling asleep in front of the camera, and that bit didn't really bother me too much. It was the fact that I was talking absolute gibberish. Some of the stuff I was saying didn't make sense to me. So I actually watched it back, and I decided actually I'm going to remove it. So let's get the group chat on the go. Unprepared. So yeah, I did the video at 6-7 o'clock last night, and the reason I fell asleep not because I was bored at what you guys were saying or anything like that. I don't want anyone to get offended, and that's why again I didn't like the video, because I was reading your comments and I was literally like falling asleep while I was doing it. But it just goes to show that sometimes being a YouTuber, it can catch up with you. Obviously, a lot of my videos that I do tend to be late at night. So at the minute, I'm trying to do videos when all the kids and my wife have gone to bed and that, and I've got, I can focus. Whereas if I was to do it during the day like I am now, my little one, she's just gone to sleep behind me. If she starts crying, I'd have to end the video really quickly. When you're trying to say something important or give some sort of tips or advice to someone, it's not very good to be able to, have kids running around screaming. So I always try and do them late at night. The downside to that is that I'm ending up staying up like really late. So it's catching up with me, and obviously the kids wake up. They don't care whether I went to bed late or not, obviously. So they wake up at exactly the same time as normal. So I'm going to bed at sort of 1 in the morning, and generally I wake up twice in the night to sort of do bottle feeds and stuff like that. And then I'm waking up at, 6:30, 7, 7:30. Normally 7:30's like a decent time if I can lay until 7:30. So I'm only getting 5-6 hours sleep, and that's interrupted sleep. It's been going on for a while now, but Sunday I went out and I got drunk, to be honest, so there's no excuses for that. And then I stayed up till 1 in the morning doing a video with you guys the following night, when really I should have gone to bed early. And then it just caught up with me yesterday, hit me like a brick wall, bam. I actually was feeling alright until I did that YouTube video. I'd done loads around the house and that, and it must be just where I was relaxed. I must feel relaxed around you guys, because I just literally sat down, started recording the video. I was really up for it, and then it just hit me. And if that video, I actually recorded a clip of it before I removed it, because you can see where it hits me. Like, obviously I doze off and then I wake up, and then you can see from that minute onwards for the next 12 minutes I think I recorded it at, I'm talking absolute gibberish. I talked about Hashflare sponsoring a Red Bull Formula 1 team, and being able to buy a pub. I don't know any pubs that are up for sale. A pub being able to be bought with Bitcoin, and if you want to email the people that are selling the pub, I was mentioning a Twitter, but I said I remember their kids, so try not to swear in it. So I was just talking absolute nonsense. One point I said my sister-in-law's donated me loads of money, but she's a single mum. Again, I don't know where that's coming from. So I've only got one sister-in-law, and she's like with someone with 3 kids, and she's never ever gave me a penny. So I don't know where that came from, but that's why I thought I'd delete the video, because I thought I'm sending out the wrong signals, and I don't know. Anyway, Gigabit says, hey mate, how are you? I'm absolutely fine today, back full of energy. I went to bed, after I recorded that video, I went to bed because that was about 6:30, 7, I think I'd done that video. And I actually ended up going to bed about 8. And my missus, actually, she knew how tired I was. She got up with the kids, thankfully, during the night. So I slept all the way from like 8, half 8, can't remember what time it was, all the way through till 6:30 this morning. So I feel like I've had a really decent night's sleep. So I feel back to normal now. So that's good. So I just wanted to clear that up. Someone messaged me today and they said in the Telegram group chat, which if you want to join, there's a link to it in the description down below. Feel free to join it. Someone messaged me, I think it might be this gentleman, Chris, who he said, oh, why, no, was that him? Who was it? Who messaged me this morning? Oh, well, I can't find it, but unless he's, it was him, but I replied to him on my phone, and this obviously hasn't copied all the conversations, like hasn't updated. He messaged me anyway saying, oh, how comes you deleted your Hashflare video from yesterday? Has something changed in Hashflare? So I didn't want people to think, oh, oh, Glenn said something he shouldn't have done, or I don't know, like something's changed dramatically. It hasn't. It's just purely the fact that I was talking absolute nonsense, and I didn't really want that as a video on my channel. I didn't want people to watch that in the future and think, what the hell is this guy? Is he on drugs or something? So anyway, that's enough of that. So today I just wanted to reiterate, because now there isn't a video of me saying, but it seems like Hashflare have lowered the withdrawal amount. Let's see if it's changed today. So it's still 0.04, and then there's like a random amount at the end. So I don't actually understand why they've done that. I did put a tweet out and tagged Hashflare in it. I thought maybe they would respond. I said, is this just a glitch or a short-term thing, or is this a permanent, is this what the new withdrawal limit's going to be? And they didn't reply, so I've had no response from Hashflare at all. But still good news. It means that people that obviously have a lower amount of terahash, if you've worked out that you're only going to earn 0.04 over the course of a year, but the withdrawal limit was 0.05, you might think, oh, well, I'm not even going to get my minimum withdrawal before the end of the year. But now you are, and also I believe if you don't hit that amount after the 12 months, they give you an option to reinvest or to take the money, whatever the amount is, even if it's a lower amount. I've never experienced that myself because obviously I'm only 3 or 4 months into it, so I'm only going by what other people have told me in the chat and in Twitter and Facebooks that I've read. So, take that as you will. But another thing I wanted to talk about with Hashflare, now their discount has disappeared. Obviously they said they were going to do 30% off for the next 10,000 people. Obviously I told you guys all about it. I believe I've still got the let's have a look. Have I still got the discount code? Yeah, I have. Let's just try and use it now just to prove whether it is working or not. Copy. I'm going to have to delete that off otherwise people are going to read it and think, oh yeah, 30% off. Let's go and buy some terahash or gigahash. Let's try that amount there. Redeem code. Paste, redeem. Oh snap, the code has expired. So there you go, the code has run out. So that means Hashflare are back up to their normal prices of $1.20 per gigahash. Now this is what I wanted to mention to you guys watching this, and this is where I would like all the people that comment saying you're only doing this for the referral link and all that. I would love for them to watch this video and go, oh, actually I've just watched your video and I realise you are being genuine. I don't think Hashflare, with the price of Bitcoin as it is and the difficulty, I would say, for now anyway, don't reinvest into Hashflare and don't. I wouldn't recommend setting up a new account, and that is purely because, one, you lost the 30%. I actually said a few weeks ago, oh, Hashflare I don't think is profitable at the moment, don't go near it. And then they brought out a 10% discount, and then I did a video and I worked it out and I said, well, actually, no, it's about the same as just buying a Bitcoin and holding on to it. But then they brought out the 30%, and the maths in the calculator that I use, it worked out that it was profitable. So, you know, I'm trying to be as honest as I can as I'm going along. But as of today, there's no discounts, there's zero discount. Bitcoin has dropped down even further, and the difficulty has gone up slightly. Now, if we have a look at my account, because I've got 21 terahashes, I'll just show you. I've got 21 and a half, you might as well say, terahashes. So I think that's a decent amount, personally. I know there'll be some YouTubers out there that have got hundreds or thousands of terahashes, but I'm trying to be honest and genuine and what a real world person can afford. What are you guys saying? You're saying, bro, Ripple, when we'll reach $5? Very unlikely anytime soon. It's currently going down in price. Nobody knows at all. $3 in December 2007. It is true. I say that it did go up to $3.50 very quickly, didn't it? But if you have a look at my records here, so you can see here my last payout was yesterday, I believe that was, or this morning actually, at 1:30 in the morning. You can see here that I received 0.0014 of a Bitcoin. And you can see above it, the red is the amount they withdraw. So that's 0.0009391. Now, sorry, bear with me 1 second. If you actually work that out in terms of how much I'm paying as a fee in percentage, because remember, the lower the Bitcoin goes down, the higher the fee you pay percentage-wise in terms of Bitcoin. So let's, I used a percentage calculator. I've completely misspelled that. And then what I do is I get the figures from here. So this is the amount, and we want to figure out how much of that is a percentage. I believe it's going to be something like 60, 70%, something. It's going to be something high. Let's put that in there. Let's put in this figure here. So when you see people on YouTube doing these videos that say, oh yeah, roughly I think I'm going to use CoinWars as a calculator, and I believe the percentage is about 10%, which is what I did at the beginning, because obviously I didn't understand how it worked. They're completely wrong. This is more likely the percentage of what the fee is at the minute. So I said 60%, didn't I? What a guess. 64.48. So soon, if Bitcoin keeps going down, I believe if Bitcoin goes down to about, say, 5k, 4.5k, yeah, maybe even more than that, probably 5.5k, I'd say, then I believe that my Hashflare contract will become unprofitable, because at the minute I'm paying 64% of what I earn a day as a fee. And obviously if Bitcoin keeps going down, the amount of terahashes I have is the same every day, unless you reinvest every day. So therefore I'm going to, the amount I'm going to get is going down, plus the difficulty as well. The more difficulty goes up, if it goes up 10%, that's 10% off what you earn from what you did the week before. So at the minute I'm paying 64%. Glen, I get 0.07 BTC on miner farm for the last 2 months in a row with only 2.2 terahashes, cost 165 per terahash there. So that's pretty good return, Gigabit. That's off miner farm. Crypto Rising says, hey. He loves the Glen coin. Yeah, so that's obviously very shocking. If you know, some of you will, you're looking fresh today. Yes, I'm awake, fresh as a daisy. I had a good night's sleep, so I'm all back to normal now. That gave me $70 in the last 2 months with just 2.2 terahash. Yeah, so at the minute, I would say do not invest in Hashflare. So Hashflare, I don't think is profitable enough. Now, I say this, obviously they may release, I assume, at some point in the near future because of this. And there'll be a lot of people that will be clocking on to what I've just said. they will bring out another, what's that? What's the next public holiday that's coming out? Easter. Yeah, probably Easter. Easter's on Sunday, so it's only in 2 days. They'll probably do a 10, 20, 30% discount for Easter. I would assume so. Between now and then, don't buy Hashflare, don't reinvest. If you have got a balance like I have and you reinvest every day, if that's your strategy, I would say stop the reinvestment. So click do not reinvest. Wait until there's a discount, and then you can manually buy how much gigahash you want when you're ready. Obviously, your balance is going to keep going up and up and up. Then when there's 20-30% discount, then purchase it and input the discount code, therefore giving you more gigahash or getting it at a cheaper price. That's the way forward, I believe. But take from it, it's not financial advice, but I would say hold off spending any money on Hashflare at the moment. I don't know if I can make that any clearer to anyone out there that's like, Glen's only doing this for referrals. Do not invest in Hashflare at the moment. Not until, I would say, they look more profitable, because what's the point giving them money? I'm going to delete that code because obviously that's finished now. My OCD says that I should make these closer together. That's it. That looks better. So yeah, that's my opinion. Take from it what you will. At the minute, I'm paying 65%. You might as well say almost as a fee each day. That's every day. So I'll pay that again tonight. I'll pay that again tomorrow, until Bitcoin goes up in price. That's a nice little segue there into the market. So as you can see, while I've been talking to you, it was at 7,600. It's now at 7,557. So it's almost at the 7.5K mark. Actually, last night I converted some of my Bitcoin, because Bitcoin actually went up a little bit in price, whereas all the rest of the crypto, main ones anyway, went down. So the actual difference in if you was to exchange one for the other was high. So I actually converted on my GDAX. I actually bought some Litecoin. So I now have a Bitcoin balance, which it won't show me. There you go. I've got 0.03. If you remember rightly, I had 0.1, but that's because I have put it in. I've put some into Ethereum because I believed Ethereum was really low. So I've got a half a Ethereum coin with them, and I've also got 3.2 Litecoin. So obviously that's about, well, yesterday that was about $450 worth. Ethereum, that was about $250 worth, and then obviously I still own some Bitcoin. But since I've done that, which again, I'll openly say I'm probably not the best investor in the world, because I just thought that yesterday it was at a good price. It got to last night, and I thought, you know what, now's the time to own maybe a bit of all of them. I was even going to buy some Bitcoin. No, that's right. Yeah. Sorry, I thought one of them has one of these moved? It doesn't look right to me. I thought they were at a good price, so I bought a few of them all. I was going to buy some Bitcoin Cash. But obviously since then, since last night, they have still continued to drop. So maybe I should have held off, but this is what someone said in the chat the other day. Glenn, you can't be greedy. You will always think, I wish I'd bought sooner. I wish I'd bought later. I wish I exchanged. I wish I cashed out. I wish there's always a perfect time. But I feel like I'm in a good position, because I bought Ethereum when it was $430. I bought Litecoin when it was at I would say $32 yesterday, and to me they are still bargain prices, even though they're lower now. So when they go back up, obviously I might earn another 10%. I still believe I'm going to make profit. I still believe all these cryptocurrencies, the ones I've got anyway, Bitcoin, Ethereum and Litecoin, I believe them with, a big portion of my heart, if you like, to go back up in value in the next month or so. All this says to me is I'm going to wait. I don't know. How long's this bear market going to run for? Is it going to keep going, the end of this week? Is it going to go down over Easter holidays? Is it going to be like this for the next couple of weeks? Who knows? Will it level off at some point and just remain that price for a long time? But all this says to me is that at the minute they're a very cheap price. I'm probably going to wait a couple of days and wait till I notice a pattern of them all going up for maybe 1/2 days. Normally that's when the biggest gains are, but if I feel that they are going up, then I might buy some more at that point, if you see what I mean. But obviously you want to try and buy them at their lowest, but obviously when is that lowest? As it shows, I bought at 8,300, which was, in my opinion, was cheap at the time. But as you can see, it's now 7,500. So it seems to be dropping quite dramatically, actually, because that's gone down since we've been talking even more. Let's have a look what it's trading for on GDAX. Actually trading for 7,499. Bitcoin Cash is trading for 768, so that's almost half the price it was. Ethereum 410. If that keeps going down, it'll be cheaper than when I first got into cryptocurrency. I swear when I was into it in November, it was above 400. And Litecoin 119 there. Jesus, they're all dropping loads. When's this going to end? And look at the amount of orders that are going through. So yeah, let's have a little look at the charts actually. That is, what's this one? Litecoin versus Bitcoin. Let's do Bitcoin US dollar. Let's zoom out. Lots of red there. Sort of, we're heading towards its low of last month, beginning. So will we see that again? If we do, potentially my Hashflare contract will become unprofitable. So hence why I'm trying to recommend not to get involved with them at the minute until the market picks back up. When the market picks back up, maybe then it will start being more profitable. If the difficulty goes down, or if they bring out a discount code. So what we got here. Have you heard about Steven Skull being the spokesman for Bitcoin? He was going to... I know that they got him as a spokesman for some dodgy fake coin. I don't know about Bitcoin. Litecoin and Ethereum going back up, all tile highs in December. 400. Litecoin was 1,500. Oh, 1,500 for Ethereum, 400 for Litecoin. Sorry, I read it the wrong way around. Buy and hold now. Gigabit is saying that this is the bottom and they're going to shoot back up. We'll see. Is there a price that is too low that you will sell everything to cut your losses? No. I've got about $1,000 worth, obviously, at the minute in crypto, in coins, in Litecoin, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those coins, to me, are... No, I probably wouldn't, to be honest, because if they were only worth $200, by the time I convert that into British pounds and transfer it into my account, pay the fees to withdraw it all, it's like, do you know what I mean? I think maybe it would make a lot of people not interested in Bitcoin, and therefore it would probably end my YouTube channel. But no, I don't know. I'm just generally interested in the space. I'd probably always want to own some Bitcoin at some point, even if it was worth like $10. So I don't know. But that would be devastating for a lot of people. A lot of people lose money, I suppose. But the good thing with this internet age is that you can cash out so quickly whenever you want. Gigabit says, buy in slowly, 2 to 3 phases dollars per cost averaging gets you the cheapest average cost overall. It is Bitcoin in 2 eyes. Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, some scammy Bitcoin version, not real Bitcoin. Bitcoin, LOL, it's a joke. He knows nothing about crypto. Frederick says, yo, yo, yo. Frederick has joined the chat, and I haven't I haven't plugged everything. Sorry, Frederick. I'm sorry. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all with the name BitGlen, or you can find me on Telegram with the name BitGlen. But if you want to join our group chat, our super group chat, if you like, search for Team BitGlen or click the description down below. All of you that are watching, please give this video a thumbs up because I've managed to stay awake up to this point. It deserves a thumbs up just for that, surely. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I'm trying to be a genuine, honest YouTuber in the cryptocurrency space, which is, from what I understand, quite rare. And I'm also trying to keep up to date with the markets, even though the market is down. I've noticed a lot of YouTubers. I mentioned it the other day, and it's not just me saying it now. There's quite a few people saying it, that there's not many YouTubers making YouTube videos at the moment. Superman's still out there doing videos daily, I believe, and crypto. But yeah, a lot of them have really died off, or they're taking a break and they're, doing things. I assume that's because it's not as popular as it was when it's going up in price. So just joined now, so you're forgiven. I got in there really quick. Sorry, Frederick. So yeah, if you want to keep following my cryptocurrency journey, click the subscribe button, click down below, click this big red one, and there's a little bell beside it, I believe. You click on that and it gives you like a prompt when I go live. At the minute I'm going live as and when I'm free, so I'm not actually at specific times. So, which I will do. I actually got a quote for the electrician to do the shed, so I'd have electrics out there, and I've emailed him saying, yeah, I'd like to go ahead with it. So I'll have electrics down there, and then maybe I'll be able to say, right, okay, I'm going live at this time every day, which will be good. So it's gone down even. Oh no, I'm looking at the volume. I thought it went down to 5k then. Let's refresh this and see where we're at. Oh, it just went up a little bit then. That's good. Right, so envion. Today they drop. I actually said, God, imagine if envion dropped down into the 40 cents, and they're currently 45 cents. Cheap. That's for one token, and once they start mining, you will start receiving mining profits per token that you hold. So forgetting the value, the price of the token, you want to hold on to as many of the tokens as possible. And currently they're selling for 45 cents, which in UK money is about 30p. So envion, cheap, very cheap. Will it go down even further? I don't know, but it's like a perfect, to me, it's like a perfect storm, yeah? So we're all looking at this now. It's 45 cents. Even if you bought it at 50, 56 cents, I still think this is so cheap. When they start mining and they start paying out, you're going to start receiving dividends, and the price of the token is going to rise. So you're going to have a double whammy effect of like, oh, now I've got £5 grand worth of envion tokens, and I'm receiving £100 a week or fortnightly, or I don't know, however they do it. So it's going to be like, it's going to be awesome. Envion has followed Ethereum since ICO. Well, that's funny you say that, because I remember having a discussion with my friend Nathan, and I don't think he'll join this group chat. And I said to him, oh, surely the price of that envion will go up and down with the price of Ethereum. And he said, why is that? I said, because they're going to pay us out in Ethereum. And he said, no, it's nothing to do with that, and I can't see that happening. And I was like, yeah, but if people want to accumulate Ethereum, they can either just buy it, or they can obviously get involved in this mining. If Ethereum goes up to $2,000-3,000, if envion will go up. And he was like, no. And I think I mentioned it in a video. I think I said that was a prediction I had. And a lot of people were saying, oh, envion token's going to go to $50, don't sell before then, and all that shit. And I said, oh, I think it'll go up and down with Ethereum. At the time that the ICO finished, Ethereum was at all-time high at like $1,500. Is that right? Yeah, it was. Yeah. About that, 1,400, something like that. So, the actual price of the tokens went up to sort of $1.20 at one point. Now they're at 45 cents. Obviously, envion is at Ethereum, sorry, is at $400, so it could go down even more. Could it go into the 30 cent mark? I'm very, very tempted. I'm going to keep a very close eye on this because this is a project that I genuinely believe in. Not I'm trying to shill it. Just to clarify, I don't get anything from envion. I'm not a promoter of envion. There's no commission. I'm not trying to shill it. I'm not trying to up the price of it. I personally believe in this project. And out of all the ICOs I've seen people invest in ones that do nothing. Like literally they're like, oh, this is going to be a coin that's faster than Bitcoin or whatever. And they're in the testnet phase or they're not even there yet and all that sort of shit. But envion are actually, they've got our money. They're actually doing something with the money. They're buying stuff with the money. They're actually making things and they're saying that they're going to be on what do they call it, production line is going to be at full steam very shortly. So we're going to have actual physical things to see, touch, and with our money, which to me is, it's awesome compared to other ones. So I really believe in envion still. They haven't really, apart from being slow with their KYC process, they haven't really put a foot wrong, in my eyes. So yeah. Seeing it at the foot, obviously it makes me think, oh, I wish I wasn't part of the ICO. I wish I just kept an eye on it and then waited to this point now. I bought mine at 70 cents, so that's only 25 cents less than what they're at now, or 25 cents more, sorry. So obviously I haven't lost too much, but a lot of people bought when they was $1. So obviously they've lost 55% of their investment so far. And like someone just mentioned then, they're probably thinking, yeah, envion's going to go to $2 or $3. I'll cash out when they double. But they've seen their money half and they think, do you know what, I think this is going to go low, I'm going to cash out now. And that's the only reason I assume they're going for these prices, because there wasn't that much being bought and sold on it, from what I can remember. In terms of value, 86,000 worth, 10,000 worth in the last 24 hours. People trading it between themselves. It's only on 3 exchanges at the minute. I wonder if they're working on getting on some new exchanges, because we haven't had an exchange announcement for quite a while. But then really, envion's business plan isn't set on the price of the token. From what I understand, the price of the token really shouldn't, because that's just me trading it with, buddy next door. I'm saying, oh, do you want to buy my own token? They've already received the original investment that they needed to set this up, and obviously their business model is to keep 25% or retain 25% of each of the profit from mining and reinvest that. So that's how they keep producing more and more units, more investment that they receive on a weekly and monthly basis. So the price of the coin, the token, going up or down shouldn't really affect them. The only people it's going to affect is their top level management, because obviously they hold a few million of these coins. So they might say, oh God, we better sell now because our token's only worth 45. I'm only going to get $1 million instead of $12 million. I don't know, whatever. But really, other than that, it shouldn't really affect envion as a business model, from what I understand. Please correct me if you feel that I'm wrong. I'm sure someone will post this in the envion group chat, and Lorette will shoot me down. But I think they're doing a really good job. Let's catch up with what you guys say. I did some rough calculations. Even when envion gets up to speed, if their calculations are still true, we could expect about 3 cents per token per week. Indulge us, please, Glen. Well, it's very hard actually to do calculations based on... They're going to be mining coins that are the most profitable that day. So they're going to be mining shitcoins. They're going to be mining whatever, Monero. No, I'm not saying Monero is shitcoin, but they're going to jump between coin to coin mining each day. then they're going to convert that into Ethereum. So if the market is as it is now, yeah, you might receive 3 cents. But then 2 weeks later, when the market goes back up in price and you receive the 0.00001 Ethereum, it might be worth a tenner. So in terms of money value, it's so difficult to work out, and that's the same with Hashflare. I've said imagine obviously like a half pipe tube, and you're trying to run down the middle of it, but there's loads of balls moving everywhere. You have to look and say, right, I'm going to dodge that one, I'm going to dodge that one. Oh, but that's coming further down the line. So, and you've got to try and get through without any of them touching you. That's how I see it. There's loads of moving parts, and there's no perfect way of doing it. So you have to sort of prepare for the hits as well as the good times. So it all depends on the market, and also they have a structure in place. I believe that at any point they can ask the community, you know, would you prefer us to pay you out in Bitcoin as opposed to Ethereum, and how would you like this to go, you know, going forward? And obviously the community might vote and say, actually, yeah, we don't want to get paid Ethereum because Ethereum mining's going down, apparently, and also I wonder if this is going to come at a bad time. But apparently, they're going to be bringing out these these really powerful ASIC miners for Ethereum mining. If they do, I wonder if Envion will say, right, okay, we want 10,000 of them. Otherwise, they're going to get all these GPUs that are going to become not worthless, but won't be as profitable as they were as getting these ASIC miners. Will Ethereum then after close, you know, make it so you can't mine Ethereum anymore? That's going to make those ASIC miners literally worth nothing, unless they can mine another algorithm or another coin on the same, you know. So it's really hard. It is really, really hard to calculate. I wonder how you work that out, actually, Cecily. So if you could please comment in the group chat how you got to that figure and why you believe that to be true. That would be good to read. Market cap still too low for a bull market, not for 2 to 4 weeks. We need new monies pushed into the market. Fair enough. Slick AFO says, morning Glenn, have you seen the new ICO called Ambit? Very similar to envion. No, I haven't. Let's check that out. Ambit ICO. Become part of the Ambit mining family. Let's watch the video. Let me put this in so I can actually hear what they're saying. It looks no, I don't like it. Oh no, this is a CCN. Ambit mining. Yeah, he's done really well actually. I wondered when they were going to do this because he's done videos. If you want, you can go over to that Ambit mining. I've never seen that before, so thank you for pointing that out to me. I was just about to come off it and say, no, it's a load of rubbish. I don't like the way they've done their video. It looks too flash. Do you know what I mean? You want the raw basics. But if you do want to see that sort of thing, I swear it's NCC Network or let me. I'm subscribed to them. Need to find some music to fill in for when I go quiet. When will I see you again? Oh look. Oh, have they changed their name to Ambit? Apparently I'm already subscribed to them. I wonder if... And they got 15,000 subscribers. It looks like... Yeah, CCN. Yeah, there you go. They've changed their name on YouTube. This channel used to be called CCN Networks or something like that. And it was basically him reviewing. And he's Yeah, look, there it is, CCN Network. They've still got the logo in it. Very, very sneaky. They actually done an Envion review, so you can actually watch his review on Envion. He's also reviewed other ICOs. So they've set up, they got a load of people together to invest. They've created like a big farm and a mining farm, and I was about to say ant farm, a big farm, and yeah, and they've done really well, and obviously they're generating, and they do loads of videos about, oh look, we've come across this problem and we've got to fix it. You can see their mining operation here, and I've watched their videos. I thought they were really good videos, because obviously I'm looking into getting into mining myself. But now they've changed their logo, their company, their YouTube to Ambit Mining, and they've set up an ICO. Makes you wonder if they're generating enough money with the mining that they're doing. Oh look, they talked on TV. Makes you wonder, why can't they just do it themselves? Why they get... I mean, an ICO would make it faster because they'd have this massive influx of money. You know, like if you look at Envion, $100 million within the space of 30 days, obviously that means they could literally build something overnight. Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. With Doug saying up there. Once Bitcoin comes down close to 6K, smart money will jump in and pump the market, because that's what they're looking for low. It was the beginning in February and BTC was cheap. There was something about Envion being listed on Yobit. What's with that? Yeah, Yobit is crap, from what I remember. I remember using Yobit and it was just awful to use. I hope they don't go on that, but they might do. Personal advice from me, don't go for ICO unless you feel very secure. Most coins/tokens are cheaper when they hit the exchange. And that is another point as well. You may believe that this Ambit ICO, and I'm not trying to shoot them down, I really, you know, he seems like a really genuine, nice guy, and their YouTube channel was really good. I used to watch their videos. So I don't want to seem like I'm putting them down, but this is across the board. Unless you believe something is going to sell out and it's going to be worth a lot more later, it might be worth just waiting for them to hit coin market cap, give it 2 weeks, then they go down in price, especially if we're in a bear market like we are now. The prices are going to go down. Obviously, you're going to be able to accumulate more of that token. If you really believe in that project, that may be your strategy. Obviously, we've gone through a period of a bull run, so the market was just going up and up and up. So by the time an ICO got announced, then obviously they went on sale and they had their crowd sale. People were buying them because give it a month later, you know, a month in cryptocurrency is huge. You know, you're talking like a lifetime. People were then selling their tokens for 10 times gain because, I mean, even if you just bought Bitcoin in that month, you probably gained, you know what I mean, you probably gained 20-30% just from holding Bitcoin. So, you know, you were getting all these coins coming out at really high prices. I think it's harder now to make 10 times gain from an ICO getting released, unless they sold out and the demand was so high for that coin. I haven't seen a coin, I haven't really heard about a coin being released and it's just gone up massively recently. But for someone that you want to follow more insight on that is probably that Ian Bellina. I'm not really into just investing in ICOs to hope they go up in price. It's as much of a gamble as just buying Bitcoin and holding on to it. So 90% of ICOs are sold below the price when they hit the exchange in a bear market. Oh, Frederick said what I just said, but before I said it. 90% of ICOs are sold below... Oh no, I just read that one. At BitGlen, 3 cents per token per week is really good and matches their 161% ROI. Oh, 3 cents per token. Sorry. I thought you said based on the amount you had. 3 cents per token. I mean, if I was to get 3 cents per token, I would be getting... I've got about, say, 2,200 tokens times 0.03. So that'd be $66 a week. Is that right? Times that by 52 weeks of the year, I'd be getting 3,000. Yeah, so well, that would be good, I suppose. But let's hope for more. We can always hope for more. Please, mining gods, be gentle on us. It's the drop. BTC has caused the 8% drop. You would still get more from Ethereum for your investment. On envion Facebook, one knob, or is that meant to be noob? Screenshotted on HBTC. It was he was selling 185,000 envion. Well, he probably thinks that no one's going to buy it, so he's trying to get it out there that he's put them up for sale. Gigabit, you are right. Needs fresh blood pumping new money into Bitum. Which makes crypto very much a period Ponzi scheme. So going back to that. A lot of people said that the whole of cryptocurrency was a massive Ponzi scheme from the off-go. Which it still could be, I suppose. I think it's very unlikely, because with a Ponzi scheme, obviously a pyramid scheme, you do need more people to come into it for it to go up in price. But normally that involves people promoting it, recommending it, using referral links to pay the people at the top. If I buy Bitcoin, I suppose I'm giving Coinbase, you could say they're the top. They need people. But I don't know, it's just, if it is a Ponzi scheme, I'll be very, very shocked. And plus the technology and the stuff they're doing, a lot of it seems like it's going to help people. So I can't see them being worth nothing. And there is a space for cryptocurrency, especially for a lot of countries, I believe. And I just don't think it is. I honestly don't think it is. That's my opinion. But yeah, a lot of people assume that cryptocurrency is a massive Ponzi scheme and it needs constant new people reinvesting all the time for it to survive. Only credits and few others have mooned in the last few months. The rest are on sale for pennies. Peripheral, new ICO rocking up 50%. Yeah, Peripheral, I saw a thing about that. And I don't actually know what it is they're doing, but so I haven't looked too much into it. But it reminded me of Final Fantasy, the video games, because they used to use a lot. You used to be able to get peripheral for your weapons and stuff like that. So I got a bit excited and I thought, oh, they're doing an ICO to do with Final Fantasy. That sounds really stupid of me to say that. Ambit team looks more like Mafia, so the team of Turdnecks. Maybe. Who said they're not? Yes, Mithril is good, 10% for now. Miner 1 looks better than Ambit. Well, there's a lot of these mining ICOs, and I'm not saying Envion was the first, but they were the first ones to sort of really push the recyclable energy and the decentralized. A lot of these places, and I assume like their one, it's just going to be another building that they're going to fill full of GPUs and ASIC miners, very centralized. Someone could fucking bomb it, set it on fire, take control of it, steal from there. And I'm not saying that Envion can't do that, but they had a more decentralized view where it wasn't all going to be in one place. They were going to send so many units to Mexico, some over to Europe, some over to Iceland, some over to China, and it was going to be dotted about all over the place. And if something was a threat, like a civil war broke out or government said, right, mining's banned in this country, they could just pick their units up, put it on a truck and then drive it away and then go to somewhere else. So whether that is viable or not, we're going to find out in the next few months, so we'll see. 185,000 is now gone. So someone sold that. We must be careful though. That fucking Mt. Gox WoW still has 35,000 Bitcoin to dump. I believe that person can't sell any more coins till September, when a Supreme Court decide what they're going to do with the remaining 35,000 Bitcoin. That I don't know about 100%. So yeah, he could still sell it, but then you look at how much Bitcoin, a lot of people blame it on that guy, which it could be, because obviously there's more in the system. But let's have a little look how much Bitcoin is being bought and sold every day, even during obviously this bear market. let's let's go into this. What do we want? We want volume in the last 24 hours. That's the value. So it doesn't actually just tell you how many Bitcoin, but obviously you can look at, you roughly you'll know, obviously one Bitcoin, let's say, is worth 10,000. That means on Bitfinex there's you know, what's that? That's 313 million. Is that right? So that's going to be 35,000 Bitcoins or something. I don't know. It might be more than that, 350,000 Bitcoins. So you can see there that 35,000 Bitcoins is a lot, but compared to what's being bought and sold within 24 hours on all of these exchanges put together, let's just work that out actually. Let's see where that would be. So 35,000 times 7,700, let's say, because that's what it's been the last 24 hours. That's 269 million. So that would still put it, well, that would put it probably second, actually. No, not even second. It would put it in between OKX and Binance. It would put it here in between. So the point I'm trying to get across, and then obviously you've got to add all these together. Yes, it will make a dent in the price, but that's not the be-all and end-all. There's more being bought and sold every 24 hours. So while we're sitting here having our lunch, there's more being bought and sold right now than there is at what that guy has. So just try and, don't try and be put off by the bad news press. Someone released an article, oh, he's dumping his 35,000 Bitcoin, quick, get out Bitcoin, and just think, well, actually more than that's been sold in the last 24 hours. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Gigabit says, Storm rocked up 200% in one day last week. I rode that train to the top. Well done, Gigabit. Let's have a look. I've never heard of, what do you say, Storm? Storm was at 4 cents, but it went up. It had a massive jump up. Let's have a look in the last 1 month. It went from being worth 2.4 cents to 7.6 cents. So yeah, that is a massive gain. That's like 3 times gain. If you can get in on that, that's obviously fantastic. Yeah, we would all love to invest in a coin like that and then sell it. But then saying that, it's dropped back down actually to where it is. So unless you did buy it at that price, sell it at that price, and then you've walked away, then yeah, happy days. At BitGlen, just read tech nerds as turd next. Hey BitGlen, where are you buying envion? I'm not at the minute. If the price goes into the 30 cent mark over the next couple of days, I will be buying more envion. And if I do, I think the best one really is Hit BTC. Let's have a look at. There's only 3 of them. That you got IDEX and Token Store. I don't like either of those, so probably Hit BTC. I know I'll have to pay a lot in fees to get it and withdraw it, but at least I'd feel it's a bit safe-ish. On Hit BTC, they're actually trading for 44 cents, so they're down on what the overall is. Yes, Storm was also a good one. Mount Gox administrators not selling until August. Yeah, that's the story I heard, that they weren't going to sell till later on this year because they have to go back to the Supreme Court because the money he raised through selling the ones that he's got covered to pay back the people that had lost money, like so much. So the rest is all profit, and they're debating now what to do with that profit. Who gets that? How do they share that out? So they've agreed that they wouldn't sell it until after this court hearing in, I believe it was August, September time. That's the story I read. Whether it was true or not, I don't know. LOL, we need more turd necks in crypto. Can't sell on exchange, but privately he is selling some to rich wows on the side. Oh, more conspiracies, Gigabit. He's just chucking them out there. Ooh. Tech nerds or turd necks, potato. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just how you say it depending on your geographical location. So, that was all I wanted to talk about today. I didn't do that justice yesterday when I was half asleep. especially me going through all the Hashflare and stuff like that. So I hope this is a better video than the one I did yesterday. I apologise, I was so tired. It's made me learn maybe not to do a YouTube video again if I'm that tired. I get messages obviously from people in the Telegram group chat always saying, oh Glenn, are you going live today? You're going to go live, and when are you going to do your next video? And I'm trying to please you guys, but then also it's also having an effect on my health. So, no, I'm only joking. That's just bad time management by me. But I say once we get the bit cave set up, I'll have a better setup in there, better lighting, hopefully better audio, and you know, all round improved YouTube channel. Yesterday was very classic. Just show your honesty. I actually recorded. Did I? If I still got it. Let me go to my trash folder. Yeah, look, I actually recorded like. Oh right, it's in the trash. I don't think I can show you this without the sound. I'd have to unplug my microphone. Let me know if the sound just disappears, guys. Oh, I need to open it first. Can you guys still hear me? You should be able to hear this if I play it loud enough. But this is me yesterday talking absolute gibberish. And I'm surprised no one picked up on it. In the group chat, no one said anything. So maybe people are just not listening to me full stop. But
160. Gigabit says, hey Glenn, how are you, mate? With Litecoin is about to break the right way up in a few days.
This is it.
So all of you are predicting that the coin is going to shoot up in the next few days, which is interesting. I just signed up to, what's that website called?
I'm going to talk about my kids going swimming.
And you have to pass 2 code authorization, unless you just want him to go swimming and then I'll come back and pick him up. So I had to go there today, and they had a big sign out saying Bitcoin accepted. So this pub, if
I don't know what I'm talking about now. This is all Bitcoin made up.
Money.
So yeah, it just goes to show. I'm literally talking about joining Binance, and then I say, oh yeah, two authentication code. Oh, but if he goes swimming, I'll pick him up after if you want. So I'm obviously, my son went swimming earlier that day. I mean, my missus were talking about who picks him up and where. So obviously, my mind is jumping between like 2 or 3 different conversations. Then I was talking about a pub being up for sale with Bitcoin. I don't know where that came from. And then I say kids are running it or something, or kids on the Twitter. Literally just pure gibberish. That's why I removed the video. So I hope you guys know that that's genuine, and it wasn't saying that I've got to hide in particular. It's just I thought it was a really shit video. So that's it from me, guys. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm probably going to have some lunch now. I'm going to have a little review. I haven't really watched YouTube videos the last few days, so I feel like I'm not up to date with what's going on over the last couple of days. But I'm going to try and learn some bits, and hopefully. Can you guys hear me? Have you been able to hear what I've said the last few minutes? No one's commenting since I removed my microphone. So can someone please comment and say whether you can hear me or not? That'd be great. Actually, let's plug the mic in just in case. So hopefully you guys heard all that. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap that up now, guys, and I'm going to do some research, watch some YouTube videos, have some lunch. So I'm all up to speed with what's going on, read some articles. But if you guys hear loud and clear, thank God. Fred, could you hear me the whole time with that whole me showing that video? I wonder. So that's it from me, guys. Stay positive out there. I do believe the market will pick up. It may just be a few days to a week. Give it a week to 10 days. I reckon the market's going to pick back up again. But that's not financial advice. So I feel pretty confident of the prices. I'm going to keep an eye on Envion. I might buy some more today or tomorrow, depending on how much it goes down by, because I still believe that project to be good. And that's it really, guys. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all with the name BitGlen. You can also join the Telegram group chat. We've got about 135 people in there now. You can also head over if you want to buy any merchandise. Rather than earning money, obviously some YouTubers earn money through talking about ICOs. ICOs pay so much. I was reading an article the other day about ICOs that pay 10k, £10,000 for you to talk about their ICO on their YouTube video. Obviously, I'm not big enough for them to obviously contact, and even if they did, if I believed it to be a shit project, I probably would turn it away anyway. So the way that I'm hoping to make money through this YouTube channel, as opposed to advertising and shilling stuff, is through this merchandise. So if you want to be a part of that and help support me and help support this channel, head over to teambitglen.com and you can buy any of these items of clothing or accessories. It's also got all my social medias on there if you want to follow me through whatever your favourite form is. Or you can also send me your email address and join our mailing list. What else have I got to plug? I think that's everything. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for joining. Thanks for all the comments, and thank you for subscribing. So I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later. Bye.